Everyone, back again. I'm doing Pokemon Colosseum, and this is the Shadow Pokemon Lab. You need the downstairs key to get this, or down Saint ST key, and we've got a trainer battle. I expect several Shadow Pokemon in here. We've got the Shadow Raikou coming up. Don't know if it'll be in this video, but here we go. Carvanha is a Shadow on XD. Houndour is a Shadow on XD, but neither of them are Shadow Pokemon to my knowledge. I am fairly certain of that. I was leveling up some Pokemon in the off screen and whatnot, so I've got a little bit of differences here. A little bit of difference is what I'm trying to say. Several differences, however, grammatically I would say that properly. Go ahead and go for the bite on Carvanha here. Actually, fairly tired right now. I apologize. My energy isn't up to par. Some people may say it never is, because I try to stay very calm on my videos and whatnot. I don't scream and all that. Just hold on for just a quick moment here. I'm trying to turn the brightness up. There we go. There we go. Okay. So Ampharos is getting close to 43. I actually had Entei as my highest level during the Suicune battle. Then I put him away and have been training everyone else up. So I caught him at 40, purified him with the Time Flute, and then used one rare candy on him. Knock out the Houndour. I'm going to go for the bite on Nuzleaf, hope for the best. Not very effective, but enough to knock him out. And Mr. Big Nose is out of here. You know, he might read a certain type of book, and he may love bagels. He just may love the bagels. Murkrow. That's a nice Shadow Pokemon. It'd be even nicer if it evolved. Yeah, Murkrow. I don't know that I really recommend him in this game, especially this late in the game. I don't know. I think Murkrow's good. I don't know how well he'll hold up for the rest of the game. It's the slight problem I am seeing. But, you know, just trying to get a little bit of content up here. Some videos. Oh, 43 damage off Nightshade. That's reasonable, I guess. Not the worst thing. Go for the paralysis here. That's the nice thing about XD Flaffy. He's going to evolve at level 30, or at his first level. And he's at his, 31 is its first level. So, okay, Stomp takes him down to yellow. Don't know if I'm going to go for the Ultra Ball. I'm really trying not to, but it's hard to do so. Got light screen on Ampharos now, which is nice. Raises my special defense. I've done a full turn on light screen, reflect, protect, those type moves. I used to just not like them at all. I didn't really understand the purpose behind them, I guess, was the main issue. But now I do, and I think especially in double battles, they're such a huge asset to not only the Pokemon using them, but even more probably importantly, your partner. If that Pokemon isn't real good at taking hits, it has a better chance of taking some hits that it wouldn't normally. So I'm going to switch out so I don't have to waste revive or anything. Probably just going to keep going with Nightshade. Yep. Do a little bit more damage here. Hopefully before knocking it out. Not going for any electric move. And it teased me by catching it with a Great Ball, so now I want to try. My only move I can use is Return, and I don't think it's going to knock him out. Go for another Great Ball here. least you know where to catch it, whether I catch it or not. I'm doing my best to. I'm hoping if he takes this, the Great Ball should be fine. He did not take it. Okay. Well, there's Murkrow for you. I reckon, there you go. Level 43 for Alligator. Yeah, I'll be going back catching a lot more Pokemon after this game is, when I have the accessibility to. I don't know if I have to beat the game and then I can come back and do it, or what the situation is. And I'm on screen, on video. I don't want to go and redo it or anything like that. I'm showing you legitimately what happened. I was kind of concerned with using the return, but I wasn't for sure if it would make a big difference. But we saw what happened. This game, I don't believe you can heal, but I think you can put a Pokemon in the box, take it out, and then it's healed. That may be a possibility. So, Poison Barb on Quillfish, Soft Sand on Dunsparce. There's a Spell Tag on Misdreavus. I don't think I have Ghost, Ground, or Poison on any of my Pokemon. So I don't need him right away. Now, for Alligator's 43, I like to level him up quite a bit because he's going to be my Surfer. He's going to hit 2 Pokemon at a time. He's going to be in my top 3 or 4 attackers. For sure, I would think. Okay, yes, that does work. So, yeah, I'm going to try to keep Entei out. I was going to put him back, but until he gets knocked out, I'm going to use him. So I will go ahead. I just want Ampharos to 43, and then I can move him around and try Espeon and try some other guys out. Altaria, he's a bit of a strange character on this one. He's got Sing, that's the good part. I'm not sure what all I'll be using him for, but besides Sing, I think he will be very handy later on. I think he's definitely one of the ones that right now he needs a little bit of time to build up, and eventually we'll get him up to a high level, get him up to some good stats, and especially paired with the other Pokemon, the screens, and all that type of stuff. It'll be good. Especially if I get an Earthquaker, he's immune to ground because he's flying. It's good. He's got, Dragon Stab. I don't think there's any Shadow Pokemon here. I think there is, one of the DNA samples here. I don't think he forces me. You need the DNA samples for that room right there. If you see the microscope looking thing, you're going to go in there and that's going to give you the code to unlock a certain room. I'm going to guess right now she's going to have, I'm almost positive she has a Shadow Pokemon of some kind. I don't know if it's Forretress, because I think Forretress comes later in the game as a Shadow. I could be wrong. And that Pupitar would be a great snag right now. I say that a lot about certain Pokemon. Okay, it is Shadow. I was thinking about what a team of defensive Pokemon on this game would look like, or XD. I guess you'd probably go with like Umbreon would probably be your best defensive Pokemon. One of your best defensive Pokemon to choose from. It's available on both games. And you could get like your Forretress, you could get Claydol on Dusclops on XD. Swalot's kind of defensive. He's still rock. Is he rock dark or is he rock ground? Yikes. That's a bit annoying because I honestly don't know off the top of my head. if he's rock ground, then I'm just going to waste a move, and I'd rather just not. Wow, okay. Usually I get the other Pokemon out of the way before I catch the Shadow Pokemon, but he's already down, and apparently he's got some decent attack, or I just have weak defense. I mean, I know I don't have the greatest defense. I'm not sure. Go for the Ultra Ball here and hope for the best. Don't really need Forretress, but I need him for the game eventually. So gonna go and try to make do with an Ultra Ball here, and caught him. Nice. Okay, so there's Murkrow and Forretress so far. And I just never know how long I'm going to play for. Pupitar, I don't know if I'll go to the next Shadow Pokemon or I'll take a break after this. I appreciate you guys checking out the video regardless. I don't know really if I want to keep it under 15 or if I want to get a longer video. Either way really works. I want to try to hold out, honestly, as long as possible. That's generally how it goes. But my other channels can't upload 15 or longer. Really? He took a... Wow, he actually took a Thunderbolt? Okay. I guess if you took a Thunderbolt, that's how it went. It's a bit... Oh, I didn't get it off. I was going to say, I don't see how that's even possible. I'm trying to think. In this game, I honestly don't know if they gave anyone multiple Shadow Pokemon. I never really thought about that, but XD does near the end. It's pretty much 2 in everywhere, but now that I think about it, I'm like, the final bosses don't even have more than 1 Shadow. Which I kind of enjoy that aspect. Kind of makes them each special. It's like, oh, I have 1 Shadow Pokemon and that's it. That's kind of cool, but it makes it a lot more difficult, I guess, in XD where you're trying to catch 7 Shadow Pokemon in one battle, which I never really do. I did get 6 out of 7 the last time, my first try. That was fairly surprising, just how well I was catching them. Realistically, I could have, just because I did that well, I could have gotten all 7 in one try because I had the Master Ball. But my point was to save the Master Ball for moving over to Platinum and catching those roaming Pokemon that have been annoying me for like 3 years, legitimately. I haven't really played the game that much. It's been at least 3 years, maybe even 4. And I've been so focused on all of my other games and everything else I do in life that I didn't make it a huge goal to try to use like Mean Look and all that kind of stuff. I've beaten the other games several times, and I've been slowly building up my Master Ball, so I think I have 2 or 3 available. That would be a big help. And then eventually I can restart the Platinum. That's kind of what I do. I beat the games, I get everything I can pretty much get, and then I restart. And that's just more or less what I've done for years. I trade everything over and all that first, of course, so I don't lose out, but then I do restart. On top doesn't need to be near the top. This one, okay, we got stomps are a little used. Excuse me. Trying to get some air there. So you have to save at the boxes, which makes it very strange. Not exactly sure why they did that. But it's very nice that they changed it on XD. I will definitely say that. You don't have to run to the box. I don't know if it's just part of the game that they wanted to do. It's actually kind of nice, though, because you can heal up your Pokemon by putting your stuff in the box. And if anyone were to figure that out, and you're saving all the time, there you go. Now, I don't know if it fully heals, like your PP and all that stuff, or just your HP. Either way, it's pretty cool. Okay. I was wondering how important this was going to be. You just give me a quick moment here. I'm checking to see what I have going on outside of the game here. There's Ariados, right? I think I used him as... Oh no. Flippin' Ride Horn, dude. Probably has Lightning Rod. Excuse me. I used him on XD, I do believe, as a Spinnerack, and I just said, well, let me just try to build him up. Because this late in the game, catching level 43 is a bit of a struggle. I mean, you could pick him up and use him. I'm not saying you can't. It's not necessarily something I would want to try to do if I didn't have to. Same with Murkrow. I mean, realistically, one of the last Pokemon I really would consider using is probably Raikou, which we're going to be running into him very soon. Let's go ahead and try to sing him to sleep, like the song. I'm going to bite the Rye Horn, because if he has Lightning Rod and I use an electric move, it's just going to negate it. It's going to take it, and for his sake, since he's ground, he's going to negate it. So that's kind of an interesting thing about Rhyhorn. I'm sure I said Rhydon several times. Grovyle, you should have been a Sceptile. You're level 40. I can take the challenge. This might be my first Fire Blast. Or first on camera. Or first in a long time. I think I used it against Steelix, or I was trying to. Dragon Breath. I'm going to go for status here. See if he can take it. He can take it. Good. And he actually takes it quite a few times. So that'll give me a chance to really do it. Go for the Dragon Breath and then probably a switch. Or actually sing. I should be singing to him. You got poison now. Okay. Go for a stomp, see what happens. Okay, still is okay. Down to yellow, go for the sing. Oh, it has Insomnia. Okay. If you were to ask me what ability he had, Insomnia probably wouldn't have been my first choice. Wow. So, Entei's going to be gone. Regardless. So I'm just going to go for double risk here. Because Entei's going to get knocked. I don't want to switch in, do all that. I take a couple steps, he's going to be gone by paralysis anyways, unless I waste an item, which I don't need to. 2, 3, there we go, nice. It's 3 and. You can get 3 shakes and it can still break. If you're not familiar. Alright, Lisar. Broccoli-sar. Missing an N there. Okay. Yep. Now, I think I came up this elevator. Sometimes I mess this up. I'm going to be around the DNA sample area, I do believe, here soon. Or... no. Taking a risk here. I'm trying to remember. Okay, this is the DNA sample room. So I'm going to get into there pretty soon. My Miss Orange Hair and I are on our way. Carrot Top. We've got, I know we have Raikou left. I don't know what all important other things are here, other Shadow Pokemon. Like I said, I pretty much stick to a lot of the same Pokemon, especially on Colosseum because there's so few. Compared to XD, for example, it's not really a few. It's just, you could have many more. So the main, like, 4 Pokemon I really want to train up are going to be my Screeners, Entei, and my Surfer. So for Alligator, Ampharos, Espeon, and Entei. I could almost put Entei on the EXP share. Maybe once Hitmontop goes up, I will put him away. He's doing okay. He's not destroying everything, which is okay. He's got a quirky nature. It's not an adamant nature. It's not a timid nature. It's not a any of the ones that I know off the top of my head. A modest nature. So I won't be going for the paralysis as much now, since I don't have Ampharos to start here. But that's alright. I'm going to try to do the other thing. Yeah, Hitmontop's really the one that's going to be kind of strange, because he'll be there to do some hits and whatnot. Maybe do some setup, depending on later on in the game. But he's probably my least important, I think, at the moment. Because I want to train up my status guys and my double attackers. And right now, it's looking like, you know, everyone else is either a screener or a double attacker. A screen, a status, or a double attacker, excuse me. Okay, so we're about 22 minutes in. And, okay, cool. For store, here's where we get some battles, I know that. Kenny, I know you have a shadow. Is it Granbull? I guess that would make sense. I always think of Granbull with Kale. Kale's shadow's a furry. It's a character in Pirate Town. Yeah, okay. No, not Linoon. Granbull is probably a pretty good pick up for a team. I've never used them, but got the Intimidate there. That's very nice. Can't really go for status. I don't want to use Psybeam on him to go for confusion. That's not what I want, because then he's going to start hurting himself on top of the shadow moves that hurt himself too. Okay, Linoon took it down to red. Tail Whip. Oh, that's very threatening here. That's typical computer. Good old AI. Now we got the script of the Pope jumping in on AI and talking about what's real and what's not, and what's biblical, what's not, and accept everything I tell you. Even though he's just an actor, there's actually what's called a black Pope, which is not this like the color skin black, but like that's his gimmick. He hides behind who the actual Pope is, type deal. Just like all presidents and stuff, they answer to the world leaders and whatnot, not the actors, people that play their role as presidents or leaders and that type of stuff. Takes a hit from Stomp, go for the Psybeam, knockout on Vigoroth. Kind of grateful that it's not a slacking. We'll see a slacking later on in the game. I mean, the video could stop at any point. Like I always say, I appreciate you guys for checking it out. Showed, what, 3 or 4 Pokemon already that we can catch. Kind of showed some of the area. I don't really like playing it too much off screen for the story mode. I mean, I kind of picked up and started playing it, so I'd like to kind of get as much on camera as possible. I'm not in a huge hurry to beat this game. I mean, I want to quickly, but I'm going to try to have some level of willpower to not just beat it all off screen while it's uploading and so forth. Go for the light screen, even though I don't think he's going to do a lot of special defensive moves. Going to be down to yellow. Kind of want to try to go for some great balls. I've thrown plenty of ultra balls and gotten some pretty good success off ultra balls, but I mean, things are only going to go up in level, so really no point in not trying great balls. I can heal easily, all that type of deal. 1, 2, 3, break. Doesn't that figure? I can't say much because I have always had really decent luck on catching Pokemon. Whether it be on this game or legendaries or anything, I can't really say a whole lot about it because honestly I've gotten very lucky. Very blessed with those. Granbull, you are going to go in the ball one way or the other. I was kind of reading it where it said Granbull, and then I had to kind of finish my sentence. I had to finish a thought, so I had to put a thought together. I do that sometimes. Okay. I had the scripted NBA tonight. I was talking to a friend today about that, who's real into all that stuff, more than I am. So I actually named into Luka Travel, the Mavericks. They just travel all the time, the players. They just carry the ball, whatever. They don't have to dribble or anything. All a script. Celtics were up 3 games to 0 for the championship, and then they lose game 4. Got to keep people interested to come back for the next game and whatnot. You know, look up where to get the amulet coin. It may be later on in the game, or I'm just being foolish. Honestly, don't remember. I mean, obviously you get it, but I don't remember where on this game. I don't think they make you wait till the end of the game. Where XD makes you wait until the end of the game for the lucky egg. Do some healing, do some saving. I don't know if it'll be the last Shadow Pokemon or not in this area. I don't know if it's the last one before Raikou or not. I'm not planning on, if I get to Raikou, if I'll do it in this video, I'll probably just make a separate video. Because I want that not to cut off. That makes sense. Silver powder. It's going to be bug. I don't have bug. Two. These 2 back. Healing them.